beatbox. I used to make beats before when I had an actual laptop before it got stolen, but I'll probably get back into that later on.
Mm.
Um, yeah. Mm, well, I mean, how can I say it? Like singing definitely because I mean we start singing from a young age.
Mm.
Um, so definitely singing first. You know, like this is one thing that my friend said to me once. He said like when a person thinks about music, what's the first image or thought that comes into their head? And it's actually a person singing. You know what I mean? Or like an image of something to that effect. But only after a while, I started falling in love with actual words um, through singing and like listening to other people's music, and then getting it introduced to hip hop for the first time, and then really um, getting to know the intricate. I don't know, like how words could paint intricate pictures, and or like how to use English and like the English language to paint pictures that or voices in my head, basically. That's like, I mean, I started listening to a bunch of hip hop in like 90, well, that's that 1994, 1995, and then of course I used to mimic what I heard. You know what I mean? That's how I actually started rhyming. Like I was in primary school then. Instead of five, like was instead of five, grade seven, grade six. You know what I mean? And then it got more serious. It got more serious when I was in high school. Like just towards the end of high school, when I started getting introduced to the actual Durban scene. And then once I got into college, that's when it was full blown. That's when I started listening to cats like Black Star and Jeru the Damager, Wu Tang, the Roots. You know, like the whole Soul Aquarian movement. So like that's when it started getting really serious for me because I started hearing hip hop with a message. It wasn't the typical gangster rap that people are normally accustomed to when they think of rap music. Uh, you know, like if you live in any sort of location, that's what people tend to think first. Like when they think about hip hop, they're like, Tupac, or like Snoop. You know what I mean? Dre. It's just the whole West Coast, the whole West Coast movement. So now it's that's when my mind just expand to this intelligent side of hip hop, this conscious side of hip hop. Yeah. Like I attended a session once in when I was in high school. It was grade 12. But in college, that's when I started visiting sessions frequently. Like that's when I started seeking for it. You know what I mean? Like asking cats at college, like, where's the next hip hop show? Or, like, there used to be shows at college as well. So like it was just exposed. It was like the golden era in Durban hip hop. You know what I mean? That's like in 2000, 2001, 2002. Um, but it started from like 98, between 98 and 2004, like 2004, 5, like around that time. It's just like the golden era of hip hop. Like that's when the whole conscious movement, like the whole Dead Prez and and uh, and we had Black August here for the first time, and we like, wow, Dead Prez is in our country, or like Black Thoughts in our country. You know what I mean? So yeah, that that time period. We had cats like it was the rock beat sessions. DJs like DJ NKA. There was this band called Black Fist of Gavi. Um, the cats used to run that. Zika as well. I was quite involved in that. Um, and then like in college, you had dudes like like the whole castle. I think it was Castle who used to actually sponsor this one Bat Center gig that happened on Thursdays. You had DJs like Andre, P Cutter, yeah, you know what I mean. Lab used to be there. So it wasn't more like it wasn't about who's actually doing or who's organizing these events. It was just good to be a part of it. So everybody pitched in at the end of the day. Um, it was like we wanted this to happen. We wanted something that will frequently occur, where we could go to and listen to our favorite, you know what I mean, favorite MCs, favorite producers, lace, even step up on the mic and freestyle. So everyone is just trying to get involved, you know what I mean? So yeah, so yeah. Yes. So I was holding down mics. Back then, hey man, I went through so many phases in terms of AKAs.
Yeah.
Yo, AKAs. It was just weird, man. Uh, my first AKA was Provoke, Pro Vocals. That was like in I don't know, in high school. So embarrassing. But I mean, and then like in college, it was Childish Silence because I don't know, like I had this spiritual war, like you know what I mean, with music and Islam and also just being having that concept of a black sheep or like the outcast. You know, like as young kids, as we grow up, we just think that we black, regardless of what your situation is, you just think that no one is like you. So, you know, like the silent person coming out of his shell, childless silence. People always like, yes, silence is golden. So just playing with that whole thing of wisdom is found in silence. Um, Silence is the birth of everything new and fresh, life, creation. Yeah, that's yeah. Like I used to read a lot of books, man. It was that seeking age, man. Like we just stepped into college and you're in this new world, like experiencing life for the first time on life's terms. You know what I mean? Learning new things, breaking away from the syllabus that you were taught in high school, learning that you can actually do that, you can actually break down those walls, you know what I mean? And channel new thought. You know, I wouldn't say that much because you can still keep the same name
And then,
and reinvent yourself in terms of sound, what you really speaking about, what sort of direction you want your music to take. For me, it was a bit more personal. Like my AKAs are very personal. It's because of of like I feel my my music has a very spiritual connection as well as a worldly connection. You know what I mean? I I changed names because of things that were revealed to me as a person in terms of my identity, in terms of my belief system, you know, in terms of the knowledge that I've taken in, and now my whole thought trend in life has been stirred towards a certain direction. So that's why I changed. So from Childless Silence, I became Patmos 17. That Patmos was the island that the Book of Revelations was revealed, and 17 was the age that I started taking hip hop seriously. You know what I mean? So that's the whole thing of like I have this revelation now, or uh, um, I started taking it seriously from the age of 17, and from then, the book of Revelation has been revealed. You know what I mean? So like in my life, I was just constantly speaking and channeling stuff that I read and come across, and insights that I had. Just trying to communicate that. Yeah, I actually studied it for like 2.5 years, 3 years. It's a weird time period in in my life where I was actually born Muslim, and then I just had this. I was just intrigued, uh, and I was interested. I just wanted to find out like, why are people following this path? You know what I mean? Yes, but I did like in Islam, like we do know about Christ, but in Christianity it was more like the whole Trinity thing. So like I actually wanted to find out, like what the deal with that. But it's also the space and time and the people that I surrounded myself with at the moment who actually channeled that whole, you know, um, uh, that frame of mind or that journey that I had to partake, which is uh, I drew something out of it, as always. I like these lessons and everything, so I'm actually happy that I went through that. But there's no regrets. Yeah. 17. That was 17. That stuck with me for a while. With the whole band, with the whole thoughts movement, and then yeah, I was Pat Morrison, I was in thoughts. I was Pat Morrison, I was in thoughts. Um, and if you hear the whole, what you say, the contents of the thoughts tracks, there's a lot of Bible references, stuff like that. Um, and then Pat Morrison says, "I Kill Kenny." I Kill Kenny. I Kill Kenny was just a play on everything, basically. I was being cocky then. I was being cocky with that AKA. It's just basically I refer to South Africa as South Park, you know. And if you look at the image of Kenny, it's like this hip hop, like this stereotypical hip hop guy with an orange hoodie that doesn't say much in like actual South Park, you know what I mean? So uh, basically, I was killing that stereotypical hip hop persona, or what people regard as hip hop in SA, which is South Park. So that's why I call myself I Killed Kenny. You know what I mean? Yeah, I still go by that AKA on certain tracks. You know what I mean? So like that persona does come out, and people will hear that. And then after I Kill Kenny, um, I've always been fascinated with Egypt. Uh, always been fascinated with Black history. Uh, like black thought, and not to place that above everything else. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that, but considering our history and where us as Black people come from, um, you know, we tend to, like, some people don't know their worth, because of ideologies that are bombarded via systems in society. You know what I mean? So for me, I I liked the name Kemet, because of the whole ancient Egypt, and what it was called and what it stood for. Um, One of the first civilizations, that once spoke about much in textbooks. If you go back down to like Mesopotamia and like all these places, Timbuktu, and so like me actually taking that AKA as in Raheem Kemet, taking my birth name is because I finally found who I am. You know what I mean? Or more has been revealed about myself. You know what I mean? And I'm more connected with my birth name. And Kemet is like a symbol of like a symbol that we know now. You know, we know who we are. You know, and we're gonna take full control in educating the next generation in terms of who they actually are. You know, I mean, like I'm a father right now. Yo, it's crazy. You know, I actually never thought never thought that I'd be there, considering my sort of lifestyle and type of ish that I do. You know what I mean? I'm the sobriety cat sometimes, but like, but you know what I mean. Now it's just, you know, now it's just karma. Thinking about who's gonna teach my kid. What am I gonna teach him? You know,
when he listens to your work, what is he gonna get?
What is he gonna get from it? I'm very cautious about my words sometimes nowadays. You know, very scared because words. When you speak something into existence, it starts manifesting. You know what I mean? Words are very powerful. Sticks and stones break your bones. Words attack your soul, your heart. You know what I mean? Like
they shape you.
They shape you. You know what I mean? So I'm very cautious about what I even listen to now, or like what I read. Yes, I stay open-minded. Open-minded means that if you stay open-minded, where even if something that you don't agree with, you take it in and you digest before you start. You know what I mean? That's what open-minded means to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah. Kemet, Raheem Kemet is a symbol of just my knowledge of self, and then knowing that, as I said, we know now, we know what's up, we know who we are. You know what I mean? Like now it's for us to just let it multiply. Can I say it, man? Like the cultures are very similar. Desert folk, you know what I mean? Desert folk, Bedouins, whatever. Kemet for me, I just look at, although Egypt fell, you know what I mean? That's just based on arrogance. People just trying to be gods. You know what I mean? I see a lot of good lessons in Egypt's ideology or like Egyptology. You know what I mean? Yeah. They wouldn't attach. You see, in Islam, basically, we believe in one God. At the same time, we can't force our beliefs on anybody. We are taught how to balance, balance the equation of life. You know what I mean? If someone has a certain doctrine that they need to, or that they're standing on, or like a certain belief that they're standing on, yes, let the person stand on the belief. If I actually want you to know what my belief is all about, I have to act it out first and foremost, instead of me be like, you know what I mean? So yeah, with the whole contrast of Egyptology and Islam, I think it's like it's my life basically. You know what I mean?